Good morning to all. Myself, Nitisha Soni, Assistant Professor in RPIIT Technical and Medical Campus, Karnal. Today, we will discuss about RH incompatibility. Some students are not understand what is RH incompatibility. So now, today we will discuss about RH incompatibility. First is introduction. RH and Ag are found on the surfaces of the RBCs may cause isoimmunization. System used to designated RAG is the Fisher CDE system. D antigen, the most powerful RH factor, possesses it RH positive, lack RH negative. Exposure of RH negative PPL to even small amount of RH positive cells can result in the production of anti-D alone antibody, RH sensitization, isoimmunization. Next one is definition. A condition that occurs during pregnancy if a woman has RH negative blood and her baby has RH positive blood. Mother body recreate RH antibodies against the baby blood, also known as hemolytic disease of the fetus and newborn. That is called HDFN. Now next is pathogenesis. First is RH negative mother carrying RH positive fetus. Second one is entry of fetus RH positive RBC into maternal circulation. Third one is development of RH antibodies by the mother. Next, first is RH negative mother carrying RH positive fetus. First one is the chance of having RH positive fetus from RH positive father range from 50% if the father is heterozygous to 100% if the father is homozygous. Non-paternity explains the development of hemolytic disease of the newborn. Next one is entry of the fetal RH positive RBC into the maternal circulation. Transfusion of incompatible blood is rare. Feto-maternal hemorrhage through leak in the placenta third stage. Spontaneous induced abortion, ectopic gestation, antepartum hemorrhage, abruptio placenta, amniocentesis, abdominal trauma, external syphilis, virgin, frozen feto-maternal bleeding during labor or manual removal of placenta, twin delivery and cesarean section. Fetal RBC are detected in the maternal circulation in 6% in the first trimester, 15% in the second trimester, and 30% in third trimester. Next one is development of RH antibodies by the mother. Initially, IgM, big Ig can't pass the placental barrier. Second is feto-maternal bleeding in the subsequent pregnancies result in the amnestic reaction producing IgG can pass placental barrier. Transfer of IgG develops hemolytic disease of the newborn and hydrops fetalis antibodies mediated destructions of the fetal RBCs. First neonate is usually spared but subsequent RH positive fetus are affected. Effects on the fetus and the newborn. First one is hemolytic anemia, progressive anemia which eventually leads to congestive heart failure and tissue hypoxia. Portal hypertension, that is obstruction of the portal vein. Hydrops fetalis, generalized edema, connecture, unconjugated bilirubin crosses the B and damage the basal ganglia. Jaundice increase bilirubin in infant's blood. Next one is sign in an unborn baby. If the baby develops Raynaud's disease while still in the womb, they may become anemic because their RBCs are being destroyed faster than usual by the antibodies. If the anemic is severe, internal swelling may result. Next one is sign in a newborn baby. Hemolytic anemia, that is pale, increased breathing rate, poor jaundice. Jaundice, dark skin, yellow sclera, palm and sole, kernictures, motor sensory and mental deficiencies. Complication: repeated miscarriage, fetal anemia, hydrops fetalis, intrauterine fetal death. Next one in investigation. At the first antenatal visits, all women are screened for blood and Rh type. If a woman has Rh negative blood, the paternal blood types and zygotes T, if paternity is certain, are determined. If the father has Rh positive blood, maternal Rh antibodies titri are measured at 26 to 28 weeks. Maternal serum antibodies titri is a guide to disease severity. If antibodies level rise, the baby should be examined for sign of anemia. Fetal middle cerebral artery, that is called MCA. Blood flow is measured at interval of 1 to 2 weeks depending of territories and patient history. The purpose is to detect high output heart failure and fetal anemia using MCA Doppler. The peak of MCA velocity rise high probability of anemia. Investigation. Spectral photometries of amniotic fluid used to measure the level of bilirubin as an indirect indicators of fetal hemolysis. Ultrasound examination of the fetus as risk for Rh incompatibility may reveal subcutaneous edema, ascites, pleural effusion, or pericardial effusion, all of which are consist with severe fetal anemia is an affected fetus. A Rostree test can be used to rule out significant feto-maternal hemorrhage. If results are positive, a Kelleher bracket that is called acid elution test or follow cytometry can measure the amount of fetal blood in the maternal circulation. Next one is management. Management are divided into two types: unsensitizing pregnancy and sensitized pregnancy. Unsensitized pregnancy divided into two types: identification and management, and sensitized pregnancy divided in one type: management. Now, first we will discuss about management of Rh negative unsensitized pregnancy. Identification of pregnancies at risk at the initial antenatal care visit, determine blood groups and Rh factors, and indirect COM test for antibody screening for all pregnant women, mothers. Management of unsensitizing pregnancy, repeat indirect COM test at 28 week at the 36 week. If negative, consider antepartum prophylaxis with 300 micrograms of anti-D gamma globulin at 28 weeks. If positive, manage as sensitized pregnancy. Management of Rh negative unsensitizing pregnancy, provide anti-D prophylaxis in cases and amniocentesis APH external syphilis version. Following delivery, determine blood group of the newborn and antibodies screening. If the newborn is Rh negative, no further treatment is needed. If antibody screening is positive, monitor the newborn for hemolysis and manage next pregnancy as sensitized. If newborn is Rh negative and antibody screen is negative, provide anti-D gamma globulins within 72 hours. The usual dose is 300 micrograms, but ideally should be determined by the extent of feto-maternal hemorrhage. This is done by performing Kelleher Back test, that is called acid elution test, for abortion of less than 12-week gestation. The dose of is 50 micrograms. Management of sensitizing mother. Measurement of antibodies level is triaged at regular interval. Amniocentesis for bilirubin level, serial ultrasound for detection of hydrops, and management of neonatal anemia and hyperbilirubinemia. Therefore, referral of these women is the correct approach at health center level. Treatment: intrauterine transfusion at time of delivery, exchange transfusion after delivery, phototherapy after delivery, top-up transfusion, HB falls below 7 gram per dl, prophylactic oral folate. Intrauterine transfusion. The fetus can die in utero from severe anemia and hydrops before he can be delivered. And intrauterine transfusion can prolong the life is utero of a fetus to a gestation where the risk of prematurity are estimated as being less than those of the Rh disease. This can be done by an intraperitoneal transfusion guided by ultrasound, umbilical vein transfusion guided by ultrasound. Rh negative blood is either transfused under ultrasound control. Repeat as necessary according to amniotic optical density or fetal hemocritic. The intravenous route is become increasingly the preferred method. Next one is choose time of induction and best method of delivery. Balance the risk of prematurity too soon with that the Rosening RH too late. Consider the risk of vaginal delivery and be prepared for a lower segment cesarean section LSCS, usually done only after 34 week of gestation. The pediatric team should be in close and a senior pediatrician present at the delivery. Fresh RH negative blood available. Today we will discuss about RH incompatibility. Okay, I hope you all understand. Thank you.